Right, our main news this morning, and plots are apparently rife in the Conservative Party as right-wing MPs unite with moderates to replace Rishi Sunak with Penny Mordaunt.
Yeah. They believe, apparently, that she would be a better appeal to centre-ground voters and could even reclaim some of the ground lost to Labour if the Prime Minister faced a confidence vote in the coming weeks.
Let's talk to senior political analyst at the Orthodox Conservatives, David Moore. Morning to you, David. This is Turkey's voting for Christmas, isn't it?
Well, I think at the moment we've seen a situation where, with the Conservative Party, we've had so many leaders. I think people are frustrated. The membership is frustrated. The voters are frustrated, in fact, apathetic. A lot of voters are very worried about getting out to vote at the moment. And we need some certainty, quite frankly, and we need strong Conservative leadership. Now, some people think and see Penny Mordaunt as a vehicle for that, with a strong background in defence, as a Royal Naval Reserve officer in the past, as someone who is leader of the House of Commons, has had a very tricky time, especially dealing with the Speaker at the moment. But for some people could say it's the turkey voter for Christmas, but at the moment, a lot of people are very unhappy at the moment, in the membership especially. But at the moment, the general election is looming. This could be in May, this could be in October, but the Conservatives need to come into that election united.
It would have to be, as they say, a coronation, really, wouldn't it? Because there's no way the Tories can afford to have another leadership contest. So this would have to be the crowning of somebody they all agree is a better bet.
Well, indeed, and for some people it feels like a catch-22, where you're in a situation where some Conservatives may be unhappy with the Prime Minister. Obviously, there's only been 2 MPs that have openly basically stuck in the letters, but there are a lot who potentially do more. But the problem is people are apathetic to doing that because they don't want yet another leader, but equally they feel they're not having the right leadership at the moment. So it's quite a hard situation for a lot of members and MPs at the moment who feel, like I say, stuck in this catch-22 situation. And whether Penny is the next future leader, we'll have to see on that.
Yeah, I mean, who would really want to take the job, though? I know she's been campaigning for it behind the scenes, and that's been going on for a while now. But the bottom line is, the chances are whoever is Conservative leader at the next election is going to find themselves leader of the opposition the day after. Absolutely,
and often, usually, is after an election, one would resign after that, so it wouldn't last long. So, I think it's a very hard situation for whoever takes on the role, or whether the Prime Minister continues forward. But what we'll see is, quite frankly, as I've spoken before on this programme, I think perhaps potentially an early election is the only way forward, unless you drag it on till October or have another leadership election in the meantime.
Well,
so
that's
some hard
it.
decisions coming.
I mean, it will be an absolute drag-on situation, won't it? If Rishi Sunak goes for a late election, it'd be better to get it over and done with now, wouldn't it?
Well, this is the argument. But again, some people say, well, it's not early enough. And what I believed in that budget should have been more muscular and stronger. We should have really scrapped inheritance tax. Rishi now should leave the ECHR, really seize the day and actually show some results on Rwanda. And I think that's what needs to happen. And needs some initiative, and then call an election, and then put it to the people in the ballot box.
Yeah, but the issue with all that is this is Rishi Sunak being a moderate. So why then would members of the Conservative Party want to elect another moderate?
Well, this is the interesting thing, because the Prime Minister in the past, he supported Brexit in the past. He actually modelled himself as the kind of a stronger candidate. Yet it's a fantastic opportunity for Rishi to prove to the membership and to the party that he is a man of business, and that he will want to follow up on Rwanda and actually have proper legislation. And as the 11 said, rightfully said, this is not good enough, and we need some stronger legislation for this. And this is why we need to leave ECHR, tackle the quangos and the institutions that are completely battling against Conservative manifesto promises that, the mandate on 2019, that was such a substantial mandate. So many people voted Conservative in 2019, and now we've seen Lee Anderson go, and we've seen the Red War, at risk of going red. This is a really bad situation, and some drastic measures are needed by the Conservatives to save the Red Wall and to save the vote.